Hey there, YouTube friends. History Mystery Man here, coming to you today from one of my favorite all-time one-room schoolhouses, the old Oak Grove School, built in 1893. Also looking forward to bringing you part 2 of the James Dean story. From auto racing to acting, this one's called The Stage. So cool, you're gonna love it. I'd also be grateful if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel, and while you're there, what the heck, hit the thumbs up, huh? How about it? I'd be grateful. Thanks for all your support. Enjoy part 2 of the James Dean story, The Stage. I absolutely love, and you've been here the whole time, Fairmount, right? You haven't moved? Has it been a good life for you?
Yeah.
Yeah? Would you want to live anywhere else?
No.
No. That's so cool. You know what?
Not now.
No, I hear you. But you've had a good life all the way through, haven't you? Here.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I love the town. What really stands out to me, when I look at Fairmount and I drive down the main street, I don't know what the name of that street is, but
Main Street.
Main Street. I should have known.
North Main or South?
Okay, well, when I drive down that street and I look around, what jumps out at me is, you come to Fairmount, there are no mega stores, no strip malls, no fast food restaurants. And that's probably by design.
Well, they'd probably let them come in if they wanted to, but no one's wanted to.
Nobody wants them.
No.
This place is frozen in the 50s.
Yeah, it is.
That's part of its charm.
Yeah.
I love it.
We like it.
I know. James Dean loved racing.
Yes, it did.
I'm wondering,
I don't know, but he'd been to the 500.
did he go to the 500?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Now, some people say that he wanted to drive in the 500, but I don't know if that's true or not. But he liked race cars. He's pretty successful, too.
Yeah, I know he did a lot of racing out in California. In fact, when he died, he was headed to a little race course in Salinas, I believe.
That's right. He used to race at the airports. They set up hay and
Sure.
straw. And
But
a place in Anderson or LA called Arms Camp. You familiar with that?
No, not familiar with that.
Yeah, it was in Alexandria, which is south of here, about 10.
Was there a racetrack there? And he would go to that?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
we used to all go to that.
I gotcha. Do you have any idea what year he went to the Indianapolis 500?
No, no.
No?
It'd have to be in the late 40s.
Late 40s or early 50s, maybe?
No, it wouldn't have been in because
No.
he was in California
Okay,
and New York.
he left in 49, didn't he?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. That's really interesting. So what is this, a Fairlane?
Yeah, it's a Victoria, they call it.
God, it's beautiful. Is that an old Thunderbird back there?
Yeah. 56.
Wow. 56 Thunderbird.
Now that tractor there's a picture of Jimmy sitting in front of it.
That orange tractor?
Yeah, that's a tractor that was here when Jimmy was here last time.
Really? Oh, there's the picture right there. That's interesting. Yeah, I remember that photo now. So Jimmy Dean in front of this tractor on the farm. That is a beautifully restored tractor, by the way. This is really probably an inappropriate question, but I got to ask because I'm here and I'm perfectly fine with no, I get it. Is there any way I could see his bedroom?
My wife wouldn't let you in the house.
Okay, I got you.
Sounds familiar.
I understand. I mean, I'm just so curious, and I'm here, and I had to ask. But I certainly
It's
respect.
still in the house.
It's still there. His bedroom is still in the house. That's good to know. It's upstairs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
See, when he left and went to California, that was my room.
Was it?
Yeah. And of course, I was in it for about 15 years. And then when I got married and left, all of a sudden it was Jimmy's old room again.
Mm-hmm. What's in it now? I mean, it's just
Nothing, just
nothing.
a bedroom suite.
Just a bedroom suit.
Bedroom suite's still there.
Okay. Too bad the missus wasn't like uptown today and I could sneak in there, but I don't see that happening. But Warner Brothers Studio gave you all those photos? Wow. There's a lot of them up there, a lot of them that I've never seen. That is so interesting. Look at all those photos from Warner Brothers. You guys have this decked out beautifully out here. It's really impressive. What's that?
That's a 1929 Model A Ford.
That's a Model A. Okay, 29. What a ooh, that's a Mercury.
1950.
1950 Mercury. What a beautiful collection. These tractors, Massey Ferguson.
Yeah, those are, I used to work for Massey Ferguson,
Oh, you did?
and those are the kind of tractors we were selling at the time.
Mm-hmm.
My son restored them.
Really?
Yeah.
They're beautiful.
Yeah, they look like brand new.
Oh my God. How old are they?
50 years old.
50 years old, and he restored all three of those? God, I can't imagine how much work that was, especially to bring it to the condition they are. They're gorgeous.
They're better than new for as the paint's concerned.
Wow. So nice.
And then that International there's his.
This one over here?
Yeah.
And he restored it as well?
Yeah.
Wow. Do you think about your cousin a lot? I mean, do you reflect on him a lot? I mean, do you lose yourself in thought over James Dean?
Sometimes
Yeah.
wondering what would be if he was still living.
The whole world's wondering that. That's part of the lure of coming here. I mean, he was only 24.
Yeah.
And the accident wasn't his fault. Somebody turned into him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I would have loved to have known him. You're one of the fortunate ones.
Yeah. Yeah, most of them that did know him are dying off now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We're gonna keep you alive for another 100 years. We gotta have you, Marcus.
Being that we had the stage rebuilt, we bought 4,000 bricks.
From the old high school during the demolition?
Yeah, yeah.
What do you get for a brick?
Well, selling them right now for about $30.
Really? Good for you.
I have 450 left to sell.
That's all
My
right.
wife said we got to get out of my pool barn before I die. You know?
Are you from Fairmount?
Yes, I was born and raised in Fairmount.
Really? How have you liked living here over the years?
Fairmount's the best town there was. We did live out in New Mexico for about 6 years, but we came back.
Were you glad to come back?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah. I was graduated in 1966 from Fairmount.
Oh,
I had Adeline.
so you went to that old high school?
Oh, yeah.
That's really neat.
That's the reason I'm old.
You're just getting started. All right, well, I'm excited to see the stage. And so Bob Dylan got in the house, but not the history mystery man. Maybe next time. What has Bob got that I don't, huh?
When you get as famous as he is, like,
Okay, well, I'm on my way, mister.
yeah, you win.
Okay, that's a fair deal. I'm going to hold you to that. I can't tell you how much I appreciate this and your time. I know you've been bombarded with geeks like me over the years constantly, and I appreciate you getting me into.
Sure, it's okay. Good to have you.
Thank you so much. This has meant a lot to me. I'm so grateful. I know what I wanted to ask you. Were there any particular buildings in town, like on Main Street, that he would spend a good bit of time in? Or did he have a hangout down there that you know of?
Probably the old Shell filling station.
The old Shell filling station?
Yeah, it's on Washington Street.
Is it still there? Really?
It's not, the building's there, it's not open anymore.
But it's on,
It's about,
East Washington.
3 blocks east of downtown.
okay. Were there any houses of friends he hung out in a lot that are still there? So.
There's a house on Main Street that's got a for sale sign in front of it. He used to go there a lot. That's where the guy lived that was with him when his speed shifted that and
Oh,
made a clicking noise in the transmission.
he used to hang out in that house?
Yeah,
It's-
Smith's.
Do you know where it is?
Yeah.
Jake?
Yeah,
Okay,
Smith.
you'll have to point that out to me.
Smith owned it.
Okay. Any hobbies that you have outside of
Right here.
right here? You're pretty good at that. You're very good at that. This farm is a giant hobby.
Yeah, it is.
It's You know, I believe it, yeah. Well, it's so well preserved. I mean,
Thank you.
Has the home inside been remodeled, or is it very much unique to its time?
Pretty much the same.
Pretty much the same.
Yeah. Of
Okay.
course, we've remodeled the kitchen,
Of
bathroom,
course.
but the basic part of the house is the same.
Yeah. I like that red truck back there too. What's that?
It's a 1954 International.
Well, that's one you don't see a lot of. An International? A 1950? 54 International. I'm going to go peek at
My
that.
dad had one just exactly like that.
Really?
Brand new,
Wow. I don't know that I've ever really looked up close and personal to an International. A 1954 International. Man, that thing is huge. That is really spectacular. A 1954 International. The bed on it is huge. Wow. That is gorgeous. Oh, how nice. Is this spectacular or what? Is there anything about James Dean that you've never told anyone? No, that you've unloaded everything, haven't you? Oh, Lord. I wish I could have known him. I mean, I wonder, how does someone from Fairmount, Indiana, make it to the silver screen? How did he do it?
A lot of work.
He worked hard, didn't he?
Yeah, determined to get what he wanted.
And he wasn't just a good-looking guy that say, you belong up there. He worked for it.
Yeah.
So that's a print of a painting that...
Yeah. There's where he signed it.
Wow, I didn't know he could paint.
Yeah, he's a good painter.
James Dean painted that?
Yep.
And that's a print from it.
Yep.
That is really interesting.
There's a book you can have.
He was really into literary art or literary, all the great literary authors, and yeah, he was into that sort. And I heard mambo drums.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you're gonna let me have this book?
Yep.
Thank you so much. That is so cool. Wow. You guys have kind of like a southern accent here.
Yeah, yeah.
Jimmy Dean didn't have a southern accent.
Mark graduated in 1960.
Or did he hide it a little bit?
He hit it.
Did he? Yeah. So he had a little hillbilly in him, huh?
Yeah.
And of course, I know what that is. That's where the old high school used to live. That it's demolished now, it's gone. But that's where James Dean went to high school, at that site. Graduated in 1949. Wish it was still there.
This is a list of all the names of people that's donated money so we could have this built. Anybody that donated $10 up to $30,000.
Really, 10 to 30,000? That's a pretty wide spread.
A gentleman came one Sunday and bought 2 pins off of me and wanted to know how our funding was. I said, we got $35,000 at a place in Marion to raise money for this, and I need another $35,000. I brought him out here. I showed him where we was going to put it, and he said, he said, I've been blessed with $1 million. If I give you $30,000, can you come up with the other $5,000? I said, sure, I can do that. And that was on a Sunday. And on Wednesday, a lady called me up and she said, who do we make the check payable to? And I said, for what? How much? And she said, $30,000.
Wow.
I couldn't even find the paperwork. I had my wife come in and help me, and they wrote a check and he brought it to me.
God, that's wonderful.
And we sat in my in my kitchen, we talked, and so he said, there's just one thing I want to ask from you. And I said, what's that? I want to remain anonymous. I don't want anybody to know my name. And I said, you have my word. Everybody's tried to get that out of me, but man is only good as his word. He brought me the check over, and 2 days later, I had the other $5,000. So in September the 23rd, on a Saturday at noon, I had all the remaining living class of 49. My sister was one of them. She had one date with Jimmy Dean in high school.
Is your sister still alive?
Yes, she just turned 90.
Wow. And she dated Jimmy Dean.
Yep, had one date with him. And Then we had all the town board members, and we had a dedication. Mark Winslow spoke, and David Nall, the son of Adeline Nall, spoke. We dedicated this back to the town. So now we are able to use it rent-free, and town board's been very generous to allow us to do that. We bought 4,000 bricks.
Are that bricks from the old school?
From the old high school.
Old high school. That's really neat.
And
So what do you call this? An entertainment
this is
center?
the pavilion. We call it the
Pavilion.
James D. Memorial Stage. On the other end of the building, if you look up, you'll see this.
Okay, James Dean Memorial Stage. All donations.
All the money donated, yeah.
How cool.
All the boards in front of the stage opening is all original.
Now, this is the original
Yes.
high school stage
Right.
that James Dean performed on in high school in theater.
Correct. The archway is all original.
Archway up there.
Yeah, the black archway. Wow. Railing here is the original piece from the high school.
Yeah?
They sanded it down, redid it.
Railing original from the high school.
Yep.
That's interesting.
The lights on the ceiling here is the original lighthouse lights from high school.
Stage lights on. Ooh, Lord. Well, this is the original stage floor that James Dean performed on as a high school student. This is so interesting. So we lost the high school, but you saved the stage. That is, I'm so glad you guys made the effort to get this done.
The light housing is all original.
The light housing is original?
Came out of high school.
Really?
The town brought these 3 lights. I'm going to show you the different kind of lights you can have. You can have that.
Oh, that's nice. That's
You can have that.
yeah. That really changes it up. Woo, that's glowing now. Wow.
You can have that.
Whoa.
Whatever you want.
It's just so neat that this is preserved.
Yeah, we had a contractor come in and he said, the first thing we're going to do is sand it. I said, no, we're
No.
not going to sand it.
Heck no.
And
Heck no. You know that.
another guy in and he goes, first thing you don't want to do is sand it. That's right.
Exactly.
This is how it was when I was in high school.
And you want to
And
keep
this is
it.
how everybody wants it. James Dean fans want it this way. And he cleaned it and put 3 coats of polyethylene on it. And that's how it turned out.
What would James Dean think of all this?
I think he'd be pretty proud to think that
Of course.
some organization had the vision to see what part of history was like, and this way bands and plays and whoever wants to use it, they have to go through the town council, but they can still use it today.
I'm thankful to you, Jake, who helped spearhead this thing to preserve it.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
That's wonderful.
I'll tell you one thing, I had no idea what I was getting myself into. I had no idea how much time and work that was involved in doing something like this I've never done before.
Isn't that always the case,
But
though?
somebody had to spearhead it. You know, Hollywood, they had a lot of great ideas for the high school. They couldn't get enough money. But I think it just takes, I'm not bragging, I don't mean this, because I don't like braggers, but just takes somebody from around here to spearhead something that appreciates James Dean, appreciates the stage or the old high school. They care about it, and I just happened to luck out, you know.
Yeah, well, we thank
But
you.
I had a lot of people behind me and maybe ahead of me to help push along. I know one time my wife told me, she said, you know, you may as well just give up on this project. You've been working on it for 7 years and you haven't got the money yet. I said, yeah, you're probably right. Well, before I went to bed that night, I asked God what he wanted me to do. Because here's the deal. $35,000 was donated from people all over the world. They could go online and make a donation. If I would quit now, I'd let all those people down. So I just asked God for his help. And I can't do it, only he can do it. And I believe in God, and that's what happened.
And that at that moment in time, a private donor literally stepped up and said,
Yeah.
here's $30,000.
Right, $30,000, wow. I had people tell me that before, and so I kind of took it with a grain of salt. But I know this gentleman, so he's really a remarkable person to be able to stand up for
Yeah.
what he believes into,
Well, this is a fantastic story.
Yeah.
And we appreciate all you did to help preserve this really cool stage. Where James Dean learned his craft. Super. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
What do you guys do on the stage? I mean, you have live bands and such?
Yeah, we had live bands. We had, first year we had 4 bands, and I contacted 4 bands and asked if they'd come and play for free because we didn't have any money. And they agreed to it, and they came, and so I went to my co-chairman, and I said, by the way, would we happen to have any money left over from the stage project? He said, yeah, we got $1,200. I said, I'd like to pay each band $300. What do you think? He said, that's a great idea. So after they perform, we have them check for $100 each. They didn't want to take it, but I said, yeah, you've got expense here, and we're just thrilled we can do it. So
That's awesome.
every year after that, I'm the one that goes out and asks people for money.
Do you ever have any like plays on it or theater performances or anything like that?
I think there was a group, I don't remember if they were from IW or where, but they did have some plays on here several years ago.
Yeah.
And
Well, if they ever do Rebel Without a Cause, I want to audition for the lead role.
Okay,
You
I'll
hear
call
me?
you. I'll
Okay.
call you. I'll make
You
sure
do
you
that.
know about it.
Okay. Oh, Lordy. How long have you known Marcus?
I've known Marcus all my life.
Have you really?
Yeah.
He's a neat
The
guy.
whole family, they've been really good to me and to the Lions Club.
Salt of the earth.
Yeah.
What they are.
Just
They're
great
wonderful.
people. Yeah, these 2 boys and his wife, they're just beautiful people. I'm just so blessed to be able to go out there. I go out there usually, a couple times a month, and Sunday evening, and have popcorn and water out and drink pop.
Well, if they'll ever have me back after all that, I'd love to sit and drink a Dr. Pepper with Marcus.
Go out there and watch TV with them. And
Yeah.
stuff. They're just ordinary people.
I know, but they're so Americana.
Oh yeah.
That farm is so beautiful.
It is beautiful.
And it speaks America.
Yeah.
And the quality of those people and that family is just second to none. It's been wonderful.
They're just awesome people,
Yeah, I can tell.
And they care a lot about everything.
I know, I can tell.
Yeah.
Super.
Pleasure